Hey, it's Bex. I hope you guys are having a good day. Today I just wanted to chat a little bit about faith. In my last few videos, you will have seen that I'm passionate and I'm excited about my faith, and that is always going to be there. I'm always going to be passionate about it. I'm always going to be excited because believing in God and Jesus is exciting because He can do so much in your life. He can change it, transform it, like I've said in other videos, and it just brings a lot of joy in my life. But that doesn't go without saying that sometimes life is hard, and sometimes it's actually hard to stand firm in your faith or to feel close to God. And so I kind of just wanted to do a quick chat about, especially during this time of coronavirus, that if you are actually struggling in your faith, if you feel like far from God, that kind of thing, I totally understand, and I just kind of want to chat about how that's been for me, what I'm kind of like doing to work on that, and just kind of chat about it briefly. So in the beginning of coronavirus, I was still feeling really positive, and I always trust that God has a plan for me, and I just was in a good headspace. But over the past few weeks, it has taken a toll. It's stressful. Personally, in my household, it's been a stressful experience with somebody being in isolation. That's always difficult. It's a worrying time. And, sometimes your faith suffers, especially the more fatigue that you get in your life, the more tired that you get. I have some health conditions, which means that I suffer with chronic fatigue, and it really takes a toll on me emotionally and physically. And when I get into that place of just being exhausted emotionally and physically, it can take a toll on my faith. It doesn't mean that I no longer believe in God. It doesn't mean that I no longer love God and that I want to serve with my life for it. It just means that sometimes you waver, or sometimes you just don't feel as strong or connected as you normally do. And so for me, that can sometimes translate into not spending time doing my devotions, or praying but not really fully believing it like I normally do, or struggling to pray sometimes and know exactly what it is that I'm asking for. And I just want to say that it's okay to go through those things, especially in times like this. Yes, we do need to hold firm in God, and yes, we need to remember not to give up all hope, but it's okay to be struggling. We are human, and God does understand. I really enjoy the fact that in the Bible it says, like, when you really can't pray, that other people can pray for you, and that God will know through your spirit that you are calling out to Him, sometimes when you just don't have the words to ask. And I also appreciate the fact that it's through God's grace that He sees us as worthy and He loves us. And so through that grace, He understands that there are going to be times when maybe you're not as connected, maybe we're not spending as much time on our relationship with God as we want to and as we know that we should. But He gives us a grace of understanding that, and we need to give ourselves that grace too, that there is no perfect Christian. You can only do your best at any given time. And so I've been in this position lately of feeling like I'm just so down, I'm just so tired, I just don't even know what I'm asking for sometimes, and that's okay. I think the most important thing to do in those times is do your best to do that devotion, do your best to say a prayer, and just let God know that you are in this tough place. But be gracious unto yourself the same way that God is towards you. Don't punish yourself. You don't need to feel bad every day about it. Just recognize that when you are starting to come out of that feeling, that you need to then put the work back in to maintain that relationship with God. Because as much as it's okay to go through hard times, we just must also be aware that Satan can use this to kind of pull you away from your relationship with God if it ends up being over a very long period of time that you don't really feel close to God. But you can always come back to God, no matter how far it is you feel you've wandered or for how long you've strayed. I just wanted to really quickly say that, basically, that God has grace for you, and He's always going to be there for you, and He knows what you need, even if you don't know how to ask for it. And let's give ourselves some grace in this time to figure out how to basically do life and continue to feel firm in our faith, even when maybe we're exhausted, even when maybe we are struggling. Yeah, I hope that this encouraged you to not feel despair or be punishing yourself or feeling really bad if you are in a position where you don't feel as strong with God right now. And I also hope it encouraged you to don't give up on your faith, just keep trying. That's literally what I do. I just keep going, keep praying, keep doing your best with your devotions, and you know, over time your feelings and the situations you're in will change, and you will go back to a much more comfortable place maybe in your relationship with God. But we all do go through hard times and trials. Yeah, I hope that you connected with this message. I always want to be honest about my relationship with God and my journey in faith, because no one is perfect. I'm not perfect, and I want people to be able to relate and understand that living a life for Christ can be difficult. It can also be joyful. It can be all of the above. And yeah, we all go through things, and we always have to put in the work sometimes. So yeah, I'm kind of rambling, but do leave comments, whether it's just a prayer request. It can be anonymous, the way that you write it, anything, or give it a like if you also are going through these kinds of things too, or a comment for what you do maybe to boost yourself and encourage yourself in these kind of more rough times. Yeah, I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.